Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM, where tonight we have programmed a double feature based on stories written by a trailblazing American novelist, Edith Wharton. Born into a wealthy family in New York in 1862, an era when women of means were expected to find a husband, not a career, Wharton challenged the norm and became a writer. Drawing on her privileged upbringing, she wrote mostly about the restrictive confines of the upper class during the Gilded Age, the era in American history of roughly 35 years from the end of the Civil War to the end of the 19th century. Known for her elegant prose and her razor sharp commentary on high society, Wharton earned critical praise for her stories, often exploring the conflict between personal freedom and social responsibility, particularly for women. In 1921, she became the first woman to win the Pulitzer Prize for a novel. Up next, the third screen adaptation of that novel, from 1993, co-written and directed by a great friend to TCM's, Martin Scorsese, The Age of Innocence. Since its publication over a century ago, the novel The Age of Innocence has been adapted multiple times for the screen. 1924, Warner Brothers produced a silent film adaptation directed by Wesley Ruggles. 10 years later, RKO released the first sound version starring Irene Dunne and John Bowles. Many, though, consider Martin Scorsese's adaptation, the one you're about to see, to be the definitive screen version. Some competition, though, is coming. A new television miniseries is moving forward at Netflix. It's still in production as of now. It is expected to air at the end of this year or early next year. All the adaptations tell the story of Newland Archer, a young lawyer played in Scorsese's film by the only three-time winner of the Best Actor Oscar, Daniel Day-Lewis. He is engaged to May, a proper young lady played by Winona Ryder. Soon, May's cousin Ellen enters the picture, a woman not like any of the other women in their social circle. She embodies the kind of personal freedom that walled-off New York society disdained. Ellen is played by Michelle Pfeiffer. Daniel Day-Lewis, Pfeiffer, and Ryder, who earned an Oscar nomination, are at the top of their games here, working under Martin Scorsese's direction. Their performances are mesmerizingly detailed. Every look, every glance, every word not spoken feels as if it speaks volumes. Scorsese made every detail in the film count. The furniture, the silverware, the costumes, all of it painstakingly researched and recreated by Scorsese and his filmmaking team. Don't dismiss those little details as the overindulgence of a powerful director. They represent the rules of a society fully committed to preconceived standards of propriety at the expense of human need, emotion, and desire. Here's the film from 1993, narrated by Joanne Woodward, also with Richard E. Grant, Geraldine Chaplin, and the great Norman Lloyd. The Age of Innocence. The Age of Innocence represented a labor of love for director Martin Scorsese. He was drawn to adapt Edith Wharton's novel about 19th century upper class society because it gave him an opportunity to create romance, something he struggled to get a feel for in the modern world. The characters in Wharton's story were bound by a set of codes and morals that had little to do with the modern world, but Scorsese was deeply interested in that part of the story. He worked diligently to ensure that it was accurately told, even though it was fictional. He was determined to get the details of the era exactly right, not merely the rules of society, but even the smallest aspects of the characters' lives, from the place settings and party invitations to the hair, makeup, and wardrobe. Many fans of the director's grittier, more urban dramas still consider The Age of Innocence among Martin Scorsese's finest films. Coming up, another Edith Wharton adaptation, this one, a 1939 drama starring Bette Davis and Miriam Hopkins as cousins who fall for the same man. The Old Maid is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, The Old Maid, then Our Dancing Daughters, and later Black Moon. TCM is in total eclipse tonight.